What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is AEW Smart Mark, and we are finally at the main event of Dynamite tonight. It's the challengers from Fight for the Fallen, Jon Moxley and Darby Allin, against the champions, Brian Cage and Shawn Spears. And as I said, both these men, Mox and Darby Allin, both will be getting title shots at Fight for the Fallen. Specifically, Mox and Cage will be in a match of Brian Cage's choice. So without further ado, let's get you down to the ring for our main event, where you see the enigma known as Darby Allin making his way down to the ring. Darby Allin has not had a TNT title opportunity yet here in the AEW Multiverse, so this will be his very first chance to possibly secure the gold, as he will be facing Shawn Spears, who recently won the title from Cody Rhodes when he sent Cody out of here on a stretcher, and we haven't seen Cody since. And now look at that pyro. We know who this is coming down to the ring, making his way through the crowd. It is Jon Moxley, and he's ready for a fight. He wants that title back. I'm sure Mox does not like the concept of Brian Cage beating him in the middle of the ring for the 1-2-3 back at Fyter Fest, and therefore he is looking forward to his rematch at Fight for the Fallen, regardless of what kind of match Brian Cage might choose. And on our way to the ring now, we do have the TNT champion, managed by Tully Blanchard. It is Shawn Spears, and he is on his way to the ring right now, TNT title in hand. You gotta think, if Cody Rhodes comes back to AEW at some point, he's gonna want revenge on this man. And he's gonna be looking to get that TNT championship back from him as well. And now we finally have the AEW World Champion Brian Cage on his way down to the ring. And Cage seems to just like hurting people, so I'm sure a match like this is right up his alley, and he's going to have no problem delivering punishment to either Darby Allin, who he clearly punished back at Double or Nothing in that ladder match, or Jon Moxley, who he punished at Fyter Fest as he won his first AEW World title here. And without further ado, like I said, we're getting on to the action. And look at this right off the bat. You see Moxley going for the neck breaker. He takes Spears off his feet. Interesting how they paired off here. Cage pairing off with Darby initially. Mox pairing off with Spears. And you can see here, Spears has control of Mox here on the ropes. What's he going to do? Oh, drives the knee up into his head. Meanwhile, Brian Cage locking in a Dragon Sleeper there on the left-hand side of your screen. We got Moxley and Cage throwing fists back and forth in the right side. Oh, running coffin drop by Darby Allin. And now looks like Cage smart enough to roll out of the ring. And Darby, watching Moxley, might have it here. Could be over. Oh, just a 1 count. Oh! What was that? I got to assume that was an accident by Darby Allin, but man, that did not look good as he just ran and attacked Jon Moxley. And Cage now getting back in the ring and taking advantage of that opportunity and throwing Moxley into the air, dropping him down onto his spine. Look at that, deadlifting Moxley off the ground, high over his head. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Spears getting his head slammed into the steel stairs by Darby Allin. Brian Cage goes for the pinfall. No such luck. Now, look at this. It's powerbomb by Cage. Death Valley Driver by Spears. And the champion's certainly in control. If you think back to the first Dynamite of this season, Cage and Spears were not there at that Dynamite, as they were apparently celebrating together on an island somewhere, after both of them winning their AEW championships here for the first time, the TNT title and the world title respectively. So Spears and Cage definitely getting along, having a good relationship right now. And Moxley and Darby Allin, I feel like, have gotten along since day one. And now you see, what's this? Darby Allin. Dragon Sleeper flips it over, turns it into a sliced bread. Osaka Cutter style move, dropping Cage. It's got the pin locked in. Oh, I thought that was going to be 3. That would have been crazy if the TNT Challenger would have pinned the AEW World Champion here on Dynamite right before Fyter Fest. Fight for the Fallen. I'm sorry, Fight for the Fallen. Moxley drops him with the paradigm shift, and that busted open the champion Brian Cage. And now, I thought that was going to be it. Unbelievable that Cage is able to get out from the paradigm shift. Mox, pay attention. You got Spears right there. Spears delivering the chop. And now what's Spears doing? Oh, Darby Allin's right there. Lifting German suplex. And Cage gets dropped again. And now Moxley's got the pin locked in. And that is it. Our challengers win. Jon Moxley and Darby Allin walking away with the tag team victory here in the main event of AEW Dynamite. And next time we talk to you here on the channel, guys, it will be time for Fight for the Fallen. We will go through all those matches at the end of these replays. But holy cow, what an exciting Dynamite we had for you tonight. And what an exciting card we have stacked up at Fight for the Fallen. We definitely hope you guys get a chance to check it out. And I also hope you guys get a chance to follow us on Twitter, or if you'd ever like to join AEW Multiverse and control one of these wrestlers and make the decisions in action, the link to join is in the description of this video. Oh, look out from behind! Brian Cage sliding into the ring. Tully Blanchard has Darby Allin distracted up at the apron, and Cage having a steel cage lowered. I guess this gives us our answer on what kind of match Brian Cage wants at Fight for the Fallen. And Cage better look out, because Moxley's still got some more juice left in the towel. Low blow. Low blow by Cage. And now Cage in control. Holy cow, he's decimating the challenger just days before Fight for the Fallen. We are just about out of time here on AEW Dynamite, so I got to show you this card for Fight for the Fallen. We got Jurassic Express versus Death Triangle in a 6-man tag action to open the show. Then a rivalry match between Rebel and Britt Baker and Rebel. Next up, we will see Cash Wheeler versus Frankie Kazarian going one-on-one, no holds barred. We'll see a quarterfinal match for the Deadly Draw Tournament with Penelope Ford and Bea Priestley taking on Brandy Rhodes and Big Swole. TNT title will be defended when Shawn Spears puts it up against Darby Allin. Tully Blanchard, of course, being in Shawn's corner as usual. Private Party gets a tag team title shot when they face the Best Friends. This is Private Party's 3rd tag team title shot. Can they finally win it? Over the top battle royal between these 8 men. You got Ricky Starks, Hangman Page, Brody Allen, Warhorse, Matt Hardy, Jake Hager, Laredo Kid, and Matt Cardona. One of these guys gets a shot at the FTW title versus Taz at All Out. And then in our next match, Deadly Draw quarterfinal matchup, Riho and AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida taking on Diamante and NWA Women's Champion Thunder Rosa, champion versus champion in tag team action. And finally, our main event for the AEW Multiverse World Championship in a steel cage. You will see Jon Moxley versus Brian Cage, the Machine. And that should be an absolute fight. That's it. Thanks, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, be good to each other. Peace.